1912 is a long time ago. To give it perspective, consider what was happening then. That was the year Thomas Edison produced the very first talking movie, and the same year the Titanic sailed. That was the year two doctors conceived a plan that would become the Salt Lake Clinic.
They opened their doors on January 1st, 1915. They had the 11th floor of the old Walker Bank building on South Temple. Over the next several years, they became pretty successful as a group, so they moved way out of town, about a half a block east on South Temple. By the late 1950s, they had grown so much that they bought property on 9th East between 3rd and 4th South. Then in the early 90s, as we talked with Scott Parker and Bill Nelson about some of the possibilities of what an employed medical group might mean in Intermountain Healthcare, we all recognized that if the Salt Lake Clinic was to become part of Intermountain Healthcare, that a new facility would be needed at some point in time. It also seemed that it would make sense in the medical group to have the Briner Clinic physicians move into this new facility and plan for that additional.
I think one of the exciting things about the merger and coming together of Briner Clinic with the Salt Lake Clinic is that once again, we will have a lot of collegiality and cooperation with a lot of multi-specialty groups.
Do you have arthritis in your hips or anything?
By adding a Live Well Center at the Salt Lake Clinic, we will also be able to have a stronger emphasis on prevention and healthy lifestyles. We have an opportunity not only to improve those things that lead to disease reduction, but also to help an individual enjoy an active life. Sports performance is a key part of sports medicine, and our sports performance programs for lifestyle and lifetime sports such as running and cycling are really an advantage to our community.
It perpetuates the concept of being able to deliver almost 100% of outpatient medical care in one location.
It's handicapped accessible. There are elevators and lifts to every floor. There will be an all-weather drop-off place for the elderly or those who need to come in on walkers or wheelchairs. If it's a stormy day, there's an underground drop-off area that is totally out of the weather. For those who don't have automobile access, we're right across the street from a TRAX station. That, coupled with just the fact that there's so many specialties here, will be a very pleasant place to visit.
I'm also excited just to have a window in my office. I've been waiting for that for 22 years. Professionally, this building says something about our commitment to superb care in medicine, as well as Intermountain's commitment to providing extraordinary facilities.
It's been amazing to me with the magnitude of this project, the teams coming together from Intermountain Healthcare to pull it off. Those people coming together, knowing what their job was to accomplish such a large feat, and working with the community as well.
It has been a model for us in the community of how to work together with a business partner and to establish the kind of relationship we want with everyone. It's not that we haven't had problems or things that we need to work through. This has not all just been glowing. It has been a true relationship, though. And there are a lot of things, everything from noise to parking to traffic to lighting. And the kind of care that they put into the planning is, for instance, the amount of green and extra trees and extra buffer zones they've put in, the care that they've put into the design elements. It has been terrific.
The focus on patient care and trying to give extraordinary care is a tradition that was really part of Dr. Briner's vision for getting together with first-class physicians. And so as we combine and join and become part of the Intermountain Salt Lake Clinic, those traditions will just continue to be emphasized.
Yeah. Yeah, Eileen has been one of our longtime patients. She has brought all of her children to Dr. Gardner. She has one handicapped daughter, which we've followed for a long time.
What makes Rachel special? Rachel has a smile that would light up a room. She is deafblind and multiple disabled. And if I hadn't had Sid and Art, Dr. Gardner, I don't think we really would have. They fight for her as much as I do. She has lived 19 years, and I think she lives a happy and joyful life, and a lot of it is due to Sydney and Dr. Gardner and Bryner Clinic.
Eileen has learned all the kinds of things she never wanted to know in order to fight for this child, and it's just been inspiring to Dr. Gardner and I to watch this family and their dedication.
Intermountain Healthcare's slogan is Healing for Life, and Bryner Clinic and Intermountain Healthcare has taken Healing for Life to task and helped us work through every problem and made her life the very best it could be.
Working in this kind of a setting has made my life especially more meaningful. You get this tiny little baby who's now 19 years old, and you've watched her and helped her family. It's just a great experience.
Again, if you just look at the building and you go by and you go, oh, that's a nice building, you'd have no idea the amount of work that it took to get to this place.
It's been one of my own personal dreams. It means the Salt Lake Clinic concept of multi-specialty medical care delivery is going to live for another 50 or 75 years at least.
It really is a place of the present and the future. We live in an exciting time.